Welcome to another video. This is Coach Elias from Enhanced Athletes, and today we're going to be talking about something else. Improve my BDNF in my brain and restructure my pleasure sensors. So, when you're talking about your BDNF, you're like, what the hell is that, coach? Let me tell you, man. Let me give you the definition. Brain delivered neurotrophic factor. Yes, this is broadly expressed in the developing of an adult mammal or in the brain of any human, and it has been implicated in development of new brain functions. Now, the neural regeneration, the sympathetic transmission, and synaptic plasticity of the neurogenesis, if one of the things that we need to correct during the BDNF restructure protocol. And how do we do this? Well, I had a TBI, which is a traumatic brain injury, and this happened while in Iraq. I was exposed to an IED. I was driving. To make it really short, I got hit 5 feet from me, and I was in coma for a couple of months. I was very severely injured. I had to relearn how to talk. I was blind for 10 months. I was in a bed for 2 years, housebound. I couldn't even move, It was horrible. And I hadn't found out a way to freaking fix myself. So I started listening to audiobooks, and I found out how to build my own neurological, protocol where I could actually reset my sensors and basically my BDNF for my brain, so I could become more genius or actually have a lot of knowledge and go back to normal, relearn all my 3 languages. And it was hard, but it was possible. It was so easy. I was impressed after just a little bit of research, and I didn't give up. I did not give up. So I was really excited. I was so excited that I was ready to die, man. I didn't even want to. You imagine you eating your food and you're not even being able to see what you're eating, or like taste what you're eating. It was bad, dude. It was really bad. But in this case, I'm going to teach you guys the secret protocol I used. If you have a traumatic brain injury, if you need to restructure your pleasure sensors so you could feel amazing anywhere in the body, just have a great feeling and quality of life, there is one peptide that I want you to get your hands on. It's called PE22-28. PE22-28 changed my life. It had the capability of giving me more learning skills. It did not only fix my neurodegenerative disease that I had, which was a crazy traumatic brain injury, which, if you know, is something that's supposed to get worse over time. And let me tell you how bad it was. The brain function I had 17% of brain function. This is irreversible. The doctor said the blood clot is so huge that it's impossible that this guy's gonna ever be a normal person again. But inside your brain, you have the capability to actually adapt, overcome anything, and decide if you're going to be sick forever, and you could actually fix self-healing using the right things. So yeah, we do need chemistry, but we need something scientific. We need a real scientist to develop this. So I didn't find a scientist. I had to become one. I had to become the best. And I said, I'm going to become the best. What am I going to do? I'm going to listen to books to the day I die, but I'm going to find it. I'm going to be in freaking bed. I'm going to be in audiobooks, being the freaking best medical doctor in the world, even if I can't go to the freaking, university. But I'm going to learn it from heart. I'm going to be able to freaking satisfy my needs and fix myself. And I did. I did. So I used PE22-28 for my memory learning neurological disease. And I found that every time I took it, it was just incredible how focused I was to trying to talk again. So I stopped stuttering, because I was stuttering. If you guys know, I talk Spanish, English, Arabic, and a couple, other just words on other. But the thing is, it was beautiful because, I was having all these apps, all the computer programs and everything helping me out. I was blind, completely blind for 10 months. Imagine that. Imagine. So I was like, man, there has to be a way that I can fix my eyes. There has to be. I found out. There is a protocol for the eyes. And I want to show you guys. Oh, man, they're right there. Let me get them. You know what? I'm going to get them. So you see. Okay. So these are, I always keep these because they remind me of when I have a bunch of glasses. And the thing is, when I recovered my eyesight, in the morning, I was sleeping. And I was just like in a crying spell. But I was taking these things. And I said, man, but that night I had the worst headache in the world. I was like, oh my God, like something was getting fixed hardcore. Like I felt it in the back of my eyes and everything. So I wake up and I could see. And I was seeing perfect from one eye. The other one I couldn't see right. So I went to the doctor really quick, and they're like, "Yeah, let's give him let's get him some glasses and stuff." So they started giving me these glasses where one eye is like all the way zoomed down, the other one's like trying to fix it. The thing is, it got fixed over time. So there was no need for me to put these on. If I put these on, I can't, dude. It's so hard to see. I could see good now, and this is just part of the evidence, I was in shock that it changed my life. So these protocols are something that could change anybody's life. So if you're having freaking eyesight conditions like some other shit, I have the way to heal it, man. There is ways. So what did I use? I use KPB for my eyesight. I use metrexyl peptide for my eyesight and wounds. And of course, it healed my brain completely. I did have the craziest ever injury in my back. I broke so many bones. It was like bad. They gave me morphine for pain. Morphine. So they're giving me all these medications for my back, and I still, sometimes I do have to take them, but I was taking like a severe dose. I'm talking about like every freaking day, man. Ooh, that's bad. So what I do, I added LL37, and it cured like the injury that it was hurting right there. So now the only thing that would hurt was if I do squats. Yeah, I'll feel a little bit, but it's not like I couldn't walk. So I was in a wheelchair for like years. Crutches. And dude, I made my crutches had lights. I thought that's gonna be my life. So when I started moving and walking again, and my brain got corrected, and the TBI disappeared, I was so excited and ready to freaking work out. So what did I do? I knew that I was like limping and I had foot drop, which is disturbance of gait, which is caused because of the injuries caused in the pentagonal Willis when it freaking compressed and it got healed wrong, incorrectly. So in the back lobe of the brain, it pushes the bulboraquirium, and now the medulla is gonna freaking create the severest pain ever, and you won't be able to walk properly. It's gonna give you like this like twitching effect. So I was always like this, and I didn't want to live like that, man. So I fixed it, and I took those. So remember, please remember these peptides. Metrexyl peptide for wound healing. It'll heal your brain. Add PE2228, which is going to give you the most memory enhancing prototype ever. Like fix your brain no matter what. KPB for your eyes if you have some eye problems. And if you want to elevate this, because I found out more down the road, is what would have happened if I added kratom, and got rid of those. But kratom is taken like different ways. There's a lot of ways to take kratom. And kratom could be really addicting if you take too much. So you gotta be really careful. They have groups. And I have one of my friends in Facebook, he told me, dude, this topic is amazing, but we have to be really careful when we put it out because there is actually groups, support groups for kratom, for addiction. And people's teeth rot and everything. And I was like, man, let me find out if this shit is real. So when I looked, it's real. I was like, oh my God, there's freaking thousands of people like with this crazy problem. So when you're taking kratom, you gotta take it right. There's a way to take kratom. The way that I prefer to do it is there's 3 types, right? You got the white, the red, and the green. So the red is more like a relaxing type agent deal, but it takes the pain away like crazy. So that's the one they'll probably use when you're going to sleep. So the white one is more for the daytime, and the green one is more for like, mellow. You could just get the pain away, but you feel okay. So what I do is now, if I don't want to take any narcotics or any prescription grade medication, I'll go ahead and take 1 white, 1 red, and 1 green in the morning. That combination for me is perfect. I feel great. It works like a nootropic, helps my brain feel like energized, the boost, the stamina. I have no pain. I could work. I could go over the time exposure. So that means the ATP builds up properly and I could actually do more of my workouts. But it's really important that you guys know that this protocol does exist. So if you want to improve your BDNF, which is the brain delivered nootropic factor, and restore your pleasure sensors, this protocol is effective. It's one of the best ones in the world. And if you want something else to enhance it, there's 4 things that I will recommend right now. And please write these down. Cordyceps. Yes. Cordyceps is a rare mushroom native to the high mountains of China and Tibet. Cordyceps is a powerhouse of energy production, function, and organ health. It's used extensively in ancient China's secret medicine for the brain. So, it starts with the C, Cordyceps. It's amazing. I tried it, it really works. Now the other one is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, it's like ash, then gandha. And that is a staple of Ayurvedic medicine. It's a different type of medicine used in this type of planet for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Now, people discovered the book, it had a lot of recipes, and they found this recipe, and it had ashwagandha in it, and they said, wow, this is a really powerful adaptogen, and reduces the stress, and it improves the BDNF of the brain. So that means it resensitizes all your pleasure sensors. And I was like, wow, this is an amazing thing to add. So when you see this, you're going to see that it actually supports the heart health. It actually maintains the balance in the body. So remember the disturbance of gait? You can't walk properly. It helps there. It's native to the Indian subcontinent, and it's considered to be a grounding herb that promotes longevity and vitality. Vitality is one of the best things in life because you feel amazing when you feel vital, and overall it makes you so happy. Being on this is like a placebo. Like you feel happy. You feel like the serotonin levels are just like, your receptors are going to be in top of the world. So remember that. There's another one, ginkgo biloba. Yes. So ginkgo biloba is one of the oldest surviving tree species in the world. Ginkgo biloba improves cognitive function and cardiovascular health, while flushing toxins from the body that improves the brain cell function and the brainwave function. That means you become more genius. And it's rich of antioxidants, and it has been used traditionally to treat blood disorders, enhance circulation, and improve memory. And in bodybuilding, this is one of the most secret, innovative compounds that you could ever include into your diet. Bodybuilders, please take ginkgo biloba because it is freaking powerful. And I did a lot of research on it. Now, the other one is lion's mane. Lion's mane, I loved it. Let me tell you, it's a potent cognitive enhancer. Yeah, dude, it feels like Adderall or such. It's like, what? Dude, it's amazing. I really loved it. So this is a cognitive enhancer that contains a plethora of beneficial compounds to improve working memory. So that means if you have like 100 tasks, like me, on Sundays I have like 160, 150 tasks to do. And I'll do them all, but I can't do them all without chemistry, honestly. I could do maybe 80, 50, but I wouldn't be able to do 100 more in one day in 24 hours or in 12 hours if I don't do this protocol. So I do this protocol. I take these 4 things. And of course, I take 5 of Adderall or some other protocol that I have. So in this case, lion mane is really good because it improves your working memory, mental clarity, acuity, overall brain health. It is effective as a protecting agent against dementia. So if you're forgetful, you won't be forgetful anymore. Reducing symptoms of anxiety, depression, helping repair nerve damage, etc. We're talking about fixing your BDNF, which is your brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Why? Because we want to resensitize. We want to restructure pleasure sensors. I gave you a lot of information. Watch this video again. Put everything in a paper. Find it. If you're struggling, if you want your brain to be enhanced, this is how to do it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. This is Coach Elias from Enhanced Athletes. You guys know I'm out.